Good afternoon, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. So today, it's more of Agatha Christie, the ABC murders, as we continue on with Poirot to attempt to solve this crime. So last time we had 3 separate murders, all linked by the alphabet, and being signed by basically putting this ABC guide on top of the body. And we have a bunch of people who, if the crimes hadn't been signed that way and also flagged in advance to Poirot, would have been the prime suspects. But they're clearly not the prime suspects, and clearly there's another person behind all this. And I think that's probably a decent summary. Apparently I'm 62% of the way through, so I guess we'll be finishing this today. So let's go back in. Yes. And we were here. Having done a puzzle that required me to do geography. Inspect the mansion is my new thing. There's also definitely some other things going on aside from the murderings. But yeah. Anyway, hello Nick and hello Thomas. How are you doing? Right, I think I need to go and look at other things. What else did I have to look at in this place?
The door is locked.
I guess I need some sort of a key for that.
Carmichael's collection could rival.
Do I have any kind of a key? I do have a key. Right, let's unlock the thing.
This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Let us study them closely and see if there are any familiar names.
Ah, yes, that was the thing. All of our victims were linked by throat melodies. That was the thing.
Test on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently. No known names. Disappointing.
Oh no! D has been handled recently? You two are a lot further through the Twisted Wonderland event than I am. I haven't been doing the grinding for Grim properly yet. I've got like his first spell at 9, and that's it so far.
Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years. No known names. Disappointing.
Would no name names suggest that the A and B ones that we knew of had been taken out? Do I have anything here? Nope. So, you know, that gave us no information whatsoever, apparently.
see some papers that were not there the first time I visited.
Huh. What is this?
Valuers report property. Building land located in Comside, Churston client, Sir Carmichael Clark, April 15, 1935, Court and Brunskill office. Court and Brunskill. The name is familiar. Is that not the name of the firm Donald Fraser works for?
Donald Fraser being the betrothed of letter B? We still appear to be missing a knife.
Are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
Yes, but there is one missing, and I'm worried about that. A letter.
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comside, Churston, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan.
Thanks, Thomas. Yeah, it is very important to have the mustache. The mustache is the most important thing for Poirot. Oh, I have a little thing about that from this week. So there's this online pub quiz that I do every Thursday, and one of the questions in the entertainment round this week had like a picture of a guy and was like, "Who is this?" And I'm looking at his face and I'm like, that's kind of a distinctive face. I feel like I should know who this person is, but I can't do it. I have no idea who he is. And then we got to the answers, and the answer came up, and I saw the name. I was like, "Oh, the guy who played Poirot in the ITV show. That's why his face is so familiar. Except it wasn't familiar enough because he didn't have a mustache. If he'd had a mustache, I would have known who he was." Because yeah, the mustache is important for Poirot.
Order and method above all. Let us finish examining the mansion while no one is around.
Yeah, David Suchetos. I don't know how it's pronounced, but yeah, exactly. As soon as I saw that, I was like, well, now I know who it is. Yeah, that's where the missing knife is. It's being used as a letter opener. Wait, is that looks suspiciously like blood.
I've already seen similar daggers. Attention, Franklin. Task list. A. Ordering Lady Clark remedies. Done. B. Tidying up real estate property files. Done. C. Calling the lawyer about inventory. Done. D. Update the tenant farmer list. Done. E. Update land rent accounting. Done. F. Ordering a restock of arsenic. Done.
Why are we restocking arsenic?
Yes. I have left on the living room table some of my things I don't want to keep. The locket and the dagger. I am sure you know why. Thora.
That's suspicious. Yeah, only on the hilt, not on the blade. That's probably because it's easier to clean that.
A dark dragon for a bright-haired maid. See.
Huh. If I play Mario, I'd have a nice prop ready. Yes, I guess it can also be a Mario mustache. Hmm. Yeah, this we'd already looked at, I think.
Compass, point to the south. Bronze and magnetite. Han Dynasty, circa 210 BC. Purchased in Hong Kong, 1935.
Yeah, that was related to stuff previously.
There are some very valuable objects here.
That's the... Yep, that's just that, which we've seen before. What else is there for me to look at? Ha, we haven't seen this yet. You see, I haven't got up to the point of watching or reading the thing for the ABC Murders. So I have no idea what's going on. Aside from we did get shown a person who looked like he'd done the murdering. But I don't know if that's a fake out. So why do we have arsenic?
Miss Thora Gray, Comside, Chuston, Devon. Arsenic trioxide thallium.
Black Dragon's Curse.
The Black Dragon's Curse. To Franklin, who will never grow up. January 25, 1928. Car Charlotte.
A new objective, inspect surroundings. We have seen all the things we need to see in here. We can now go outside.
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
Probably from over where the carrion birds are. It's a very nice garden.
It was probably the gardener who lit this fire.
Oh, did
Look
someone
here.
burn something?
I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers. This object would probably be useful to me.
New object, burned documents. Well now, I wonder if these have some familiar names to them.
If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important.
I guess I can't try and reassemble them right now. No puzzle with the paper yet. Yeah, so I'm still not sure whether I want to do the gacha for the anniversary or not. Undecided. This cross has been added fairly quickly. Oh no, wait, it's been a while, hasn't it?
May you have peace, Carmichael. Charlotte.
Okay, we can't go any further that way. We still haven't found whatever that dead body is.
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
Ah, there's something I can
This
look at over here.
wisteria is in full bloom.
Maybe there was something over this corner. Oh, wait. Wait, it zoomed in when I was over there.
This wisteria is in full bloom.
I was trying to look at the birds, Poirot, not the flowers. Ah, there's something. There we go. So, just a rat.
Brown pellets. Revolting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is this what the arsenic was for? Why did Thora leave personal belongings behind at campsite? That one? No. Okay, apparently it's... Okay. I do think it's like... I assumed it was related to these two. But it's clearly not. There we go. She doesn't want to be accused of theft. Yeah, that would make sense.
Everything that Thor Grey has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her, but she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Thora a poisoner? Of rats, I guess. It's rat poison. Wait, that one.
Thorgray had no reason to kill someone who only had a few months left to live. The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path, not far from the property. I've finished here.
So,
I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
why? Why has this dead rat just been left there?
Tut-tut. The gardener does not follow the alignment. There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
Gotta rearrange it.
There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
Yeah, right. You'd think that the gardener wouldn't leave decomposing rats around. Although maybe it's been left there in the hopes that the crows will have a go at it and therefore get themselves poisoned as well. But clearly the crows are too intelligent for that. Maybe it's right. I don't think it's very fresh given that Poirot could smell it.
I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
Oh yes, sorry. Skeleton key back. Skeleton key was in here, I believe.
April 19.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nothing else is keeping me here.
It is interesting that it's like, now put the thing back.
Hello, Hastings. I have finished in Shurston. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burnt document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien. You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will see, my friend. À ce soir.
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
Did he now?
This man is tired. Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
Can't be comfortable in sleeping in a suit.
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
I am not a psychotherapist. But equally, tell
Have a
me.
drink, and tell me about this dream.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her round the throat, and I squeeze and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now
Not sure how it helps
get our
us,
brain
but-
cells to work.
Why are we interpreting dreams? Donald likes Megan. I'm pretty sure that's one of our things. Donald feels guilty. I mean, he's not the one who killed her, but... He really likes Megan. He did like Betty. Let's just try the he feels... No. He's what? No. He's very tired? No. Okay. It's not that he actually killed her, but... Man, how do I do this? I don't think this has anything to do with it. Is it like this? No. Yeah. I can't interpret dreams. Root forcing. I clearly messed up my attempts at doing that. There we go. I could have sworn I had that set before.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's
You
easy
like
to
trains,
sleep,
do
not by
you?
the sound of the wheels.
I thought we established that the killer liked
Poor
trains.
boy, he seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
Yeah, it could have been the order.
Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question. You lied to us, and I demand to know why.
But what are you talking about?
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important.
Wait.
It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sells stockings from door to door.
Stockings, you say?
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses.
We found a
Dark suit and a felt hat.
new set of stockings at the
Not
first two
sort of man you
places.
notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident, but he wasn't.
You did not leave Churston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin cannot go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man, and he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston. It was too risky for you to keep these objects, am I correct?
Risky? What was the risk?
You know very well what Lady Clark might have said if you had kept these objects.
Indeed. These objects were gifts. But Lady Clark would have been convinced that I'd stolen them. By returning them, I put an end to such evil gossip.
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
I met Thora Grey on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Would Thor have married Sir Carmichael if he'd lived? Maybe this, but like this? No. This. Nope. Uh, there we go.
You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is there another common point between the murders? Yes. Stockings. Stockings.
It's perfectly clear, Hastings, perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest to Job.
Trophy Thor's hammer. That's not a mustache.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
So now we have... Oh, Doncaster, huh?
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Is this guy an assassin for hire?
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable. Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long. ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
Yeah, it's the same person. The A's, the W's, the I's. They all look the same.
Let us examine this more closely.
The
Certain characters.
eye. The
Yes,
eye.
this-
The... I
Yes,
just want to be
the
through
eye
a
characters.
bit fast again. It's the
I
exact
have to
same
find
thing.
some other
Yes. Just let me do the thing.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar... The W is not printed properly. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes.
Wait for the burned document. First, I'm going to have a little look at the papers.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the
A
ratio of
mathematical
towns,
paper on it,
cities,
huh?
and villages whose names begin with a D, and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities, and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
That's kind of intriguing. And I'm mad that it doesn't give me the numbers.
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
I've finished with this subject.
Well, what if I check this here? No.
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
How am I getting on? I don't know where to put these bits of paper. What if I do them here? Oh, wait. No, that's In fact, where is the solution I'm supposed to be using? No, these things I've looked at before. Nope, wrong button. Wait, what if we use these things on Hastings? No. He must be over there for some reason, right?
Now, down to work.
There we go. I just had to come
All
over
this
here.
needs putting in order a little.
Ha! Jigsaw puzzle! Let's go.
This page will be reconstructed in a flash.
Then this piece here? Maybe. Something like this?
This page is finished. That's done. 3 more to go.
Something to go on the top there? No?
This page is child's play.
Well, let me put this up here now. Good.
This page is finished. And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought.
Okay, that one. This needs to go down the side. This is probably the bottom. Like this.
This page is finished. Only 1 more. Keep going.
These bits of paper didn't get very burnt, did they?
This page is finished. All the pages are
Yeah, there isn't a lot of words on them. Okay, so
Dry cloth.
do we need to?
A bottle of solvent.
There we go. Solvent to the cloth.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent. Got it. Make a note, Hastings. Make a note.
Ha!
Mrs. Alice
There's our A.
shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at Comside.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Comside.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis, causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking.
Makes sense.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Ah!
While wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia.
Huh.
Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Well, now we know the name of our next victim, and also the name of our murderer. Where did the burned documents come from?
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the 2 victims appear on them? And who are the 2 other patients?
These are very good questions.
Well, they're clearly our murderer and next victim. Keep up, Hastings.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust?
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers.
Magical moustache
Very
powers.
indeed. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Yeah, we'll let the police do the call, it's fine.
Chap.
You can count on me.
Hastings, everything is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key. So, has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
He's dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust.
He was going to be the
He was
next
going to
victim.
be the next victim.
Chief Inspector, I believe that I share responsibility for this incident.
What do you mean?
I saw Mr. Dunbar's medical records. His heart was weak. I should have warned you.
It's very honest of you to tell me that, Poirot. I appreciate your gesture.
Please keep me informed of his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I will visit him at his bedside when the killer is caught.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt. Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our number 1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
You should go and deal with the
A
dentist.
visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
Don't let me let you
But
put it
an
off.
unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Yeah, Hastings, just because you have a way of
To
excusing
Marbury
yourself
Guest
from
House,
the
please.
dentist, do not. No using Poirot as an excuse.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Congratulations.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the war. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
You mean
Did
blood?
you think it was blood?
Well, when I saw them, I thought, look, he spilled his wine or his soup all over himself. But now that I think about it, well, they did look like blood.
Cust used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Wait,
Do
he
you know
doesn't
where
like
Cust
trains?
was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill, on June the 21st and July the 25th.
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhill by the sea, right?
See you later, Thomas.
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Which newspapers?
The evening ones and the daily ones.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
This key.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
Do you though? I feel it would be useful to know how long he was going to be
The
away.
truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury. I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Yeah, I was... There we go. Ah, okay. I have access to the thing now. It wasn't working earlier.
This woman appears to be in a good mood. Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the
Mr.
backseat murder.
Fishman.
Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favour. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
It probably is illegal.
You rented the same room to 2 people. Very profitable, but quite illegal.
But I didn't harm anyone. I was only helping everybody out.
I don't know, I'd be pretty mad if, like, my landlady rented out my room that I was staying in while I was away. Because wouldn't it have your stuff in it? A typewriter.
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it? Something is blocking the ribbon.
Is this a case where it would be really great
The
if
ribbon
I
is jammed. I have to start by freeing it.
if I knew how a typewriter worked?
The left-hand heel has been removed.
Okay, so now we need to just do that on the other side.
The right-hand heel has been removed. Something is blocking the ribbon.
Still being blocked. Yep.
And
No,
here
apparently
is
not.
the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter. John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House,
Leicester.
1935, May the 21st.
It is amusing when Poirot mispronounces
Further to
things.
our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
A knife?
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This object would probably be useful to me.
It's very clean.
It's an ABC. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
It's a real mess.
The least we can say that Mr.
Not that
Christie
much
is
of a
not very
mess.
concerned about order and balance.
You can see the floor, it's not that much of a mess. Ferret medicine?
Laudanum Cameron's chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject will probably be useful to me.
Sedative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject will probably be useful to me.
Stash adjustment.
The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder.
Well, that indicates that he went to
All the
Bexhill,
main
isn't it?
articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. Most probably the bathing dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well.
ABC guides?
Enough to sign about a dozen murders.
Yeah. Little less than a dozen.
It's closed. ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen. It's closed. It's closed.
Yeah, then open it!
Closed.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Paper knife.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings. The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance. War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
We got at the moment. Why was Cust at the time of the Bexhill murder? Probably Bexhill.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th.
The question is, though, like, did this guy actually do the murders, or is this a really elaborate red herring? The other question is, what else am I supposed to be looking at in this room? Well, it feels like I've looked at all the things.
It is not the right time.
Do I have a way of getting hints? Okay, I do have a use a clue thing, but I don't know if I want to do that. Search Cust's room.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
I want to look in that gap behind that thing, but I don't have a thing for doing that, I don't think. It's just the same.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Can't look at the coats, so I've looked at those. I've messed with the mirror. Just in my mustache, but I'll do it again. Yeah, it's like, I feel I want to move this. I want to move this and have a look what's under it. So I want to look under the bed. These are things that I would do if I was searching a room personally. Like, can I...
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
I want to look in those drawers and like under the bed. Okay, right. Tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. If you get stuck, open the pause menu and select use clue for automatic help. Quarry will execute an action to provide you an indication to help you progress. The help icon needs to recharge before you use it again. Okay. Oh!
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
So this is what
No
they're
use
supposed to
continuing
find.
Inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Potential blood is what we were missing. Just down in the corner. On the floor.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police.
I
Can
have
look at the stuff
established
back
one
there now.
fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
Now I can go mosey back here, right? Haha. Let me look at all the things. We already looked at that though. Surely there are more things I can look at. Let me look at all the stuff back here. Okay, fine. It's probably just toxic Jaff, isn't it? Yep. Come on, bring up the thing properly. It's not bringing up the thing. Oh wait, it's because I need to put that away. I keep forgetting that. Keep forgetting I can't do things with my thing open.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Cust guilty? It suddenly seems that way. He was in Cheston. He was in Bexhill. And he was in Andover. Are there common points between Cust and the killer? They come from his typewriter. He's got ABC guides. And a knife. Is his behaviour suspicious? He lied about where he was going. He had blood on him, and he keeps newspapers about it. He does cough up blood, which could explain the blood, but you know.
Evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
There's no other reason to need that many
However,
ABC guides.
The blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can you talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if
Chapter's
you've
like,
missed something.
alright, you took some things, sure. I don't think that's how the police works.
To Scotland Yard, please. This man is not in good shape. He is worried and very tired, and other police have been hard on him.
What do you want from me?
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
Do all the trophies have visuals of them as well? Yes, they do. Got little pictures of mustaches.
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
Well, that went well. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go.
Poor man. If only I could help him.
Oh wait, we brought his cough medicine. Yeah.
Take this. It will help you.
Thank you. Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Bon. I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
I'm not sure he is the
I do
murderer.
not believe that you are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
I hope not.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Ah. Get him to believe he's innocent. I'm not sure about that one. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going with this. What about this?
And to thank him, you murdered him?
Stop talking about these murders.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards. So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey? He is in no state to reply.
Now we apply to him his sedative, right?
Take this. It will help you.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
Let us leave Cust alone. He's at the end of his tether.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What do we know about Cust's health? He's got a problem with his throat. He coughs up blood. And he suffers from absences. They're clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Churston murder. This one? Oh no, that was it. The blood doesn't really go in the right place. These? No. There we go. Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that he is guilty? He didn't have any particular reason to kill them. Like, it's definitely his typewriter.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then he confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Psychological profile, huh? Okay. He is not clever. Is he sure of himself? No. Is he a seducer? This one? That he's very generic person. Does he like trains? No. Yeah, he doesn't like trains and therefore he's innocent. Clearly. Is he impulsive? No, not that one. Is he generous? No.
You see? Cust's character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
Where are we supposed to go now? I have no leads.
To White Haven, please.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Alright. Where does Poirot keep his revolver? Is it in his desk? Nope, that is just sit down time.
Daily Flicker, September the 11th, 1935. ABC Affair, Terminus Doncaster, Japp and Poirot arrest the killer. A.B. Cust is the name of the alphabet murderer. The police have arrested him in a hotel in Doncaster. Was preparing to kill his fourth victim, Mr. Dick Dudley Dunbar, the establishment manager. Mr. Dunbar owes his life to the miraculous intervention of Inspector Japp of Scotland Yard and Detective Hercule Poirot. The Lancet, September 11th, 1935. General Medical Journal. The alphabet murderer is not psychotic, according to Professor Thompson. In an early issue, we claimed that the alphabet murderer was not psychotic. Our assertion has just been confirmed by Professor Thompson, a Scotland Yard expert, who has spoken to the prisoner at great length. Not all obsessional killers are psychotic, he explained. It is true that Cust has a disturbed personality and memory disorders. But his amnesia, whether real or pretended, does not alter the fact that he was perfectly lucid at the time of his acts. Therefore, he will not escape punishment.
Right, where does Poirot keep his revolver? Yeah, it's not. I can't really see anything that looks like a gun cabinet, let's say.
The white ammunition are
It's in
blank
here.
cartridges. The others are real bullets. The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
I don't think it's a good idea to put real bullets in it, right?
The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks. The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
Seems like a bad idea to actually load it. Could just be me.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon. Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
Candy mustache. That's probably related to the fact I put blanks in it. Yes, the last minute revelation, the
Chief Inspector,
denouement,
is
as
that
it
you?
were.
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Why did the murderer make a mistake with the address? Oh, that was... Deliberately. Why did he send his letters to Poirot? Inferiority complex. Doubt. Glory. Maybe. I don't think it's xenophobia. Could be. I think I no? Is it? Nope. Ah. Because his address is not very well known.
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time.
I see.
That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
No,
You
it
are
isn't
quite
as
right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of a psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
red herring.
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What do we know about Cust? He was wounded during the war. He hasn't been the same. Yeah. Is it now? That's not relevant. I guess it's easier to brute force this if I only have two things. Okay, there we go. How to explain his presence at the crime scenes? He's a door-to-door salesman. Okay, apparently that's not relevant. Okay, he travels often by train. Okay, are we dealing with the medical records part? Cass was manipulated. The killer made him go to the towns to hide his tracks. Yes. Okay. I thought we were focusing on Cass.
Records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact
Is it
that
Miss
kills
Grey
Cass
who did
once
that?
and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cass was following him closely. Cass' highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cass to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Only one murder is actually of interest to the killer. And the others are there to cover it up.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest, and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Thora Gray and Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his
Clark seems
fortune.
more likely.
Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you,
Oh
mademoiselle.
yeah. Because he's their lawyers.
He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
I don't think
I'm
it's
guilty?
I don't think he's guilty.
You or Mr. Franklin Clark.
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer?
Franklin Clark.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Donald clever? Yes. Is Donald sure of himself? Not really. Is Donald a seducer? Well, women seem to like him. Does he like trains? Yes. So close, but not quite there. Is Donald impulsive? Yes, I think. Is he generous? Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything.
Exactly.
Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Franklin clever? Yes. Is Franklin sure of himself? That seems also like a yes. Is it this one? No. There we go. To read through the thing. Is he a seducer? Yes. Does he like trains? Yes. And just travel in general? Is he impulsive? No. And is he generous? Yes. Hey look, he fits all of the things. Quelle surprise.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly. Because of Miss Grey. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no. You know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà. Light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Obviously bluff. Invent an item of proof found in a tobacco shop. Nah. Lie about the fingerprints on the typewriter. Ooh, maybe. Say that proof is going to be easy to find.
One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Oh, of course you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard has found your print along with those of Cust.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter, and why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
Aha! Got him! Yes, bluff is always the answer.
Don't come near me!
Good thing I filled that with
Never let you
blanks.
take me, Mr. Poirot.
Good thing I filled that with blanks. You can't shoot anyone, including himself.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, there is no easy death for you. I expected your reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
Went to Paris by the looks of it.
Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Good for them.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better. And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since.
Good for her. Good for them, indeed.
Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as
Good
for
for
me,
him.
and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire. Even more popular than York Minster.
More popular than York Minster, huh? I'd be more likely personally to go see the Minster. It's quite pretty. But I suppose, you know, ooh, this could have been the scene of a terrible murder. I guess that does bring the public out to have a look, I guess. Yeah, relatively short game. I mean, it's about 6 hours, right? So it's not that short. I have no idea how long the novel itself is. You're looking forward to more Poirot. I mean, I do have, yes, there is another Poirot game. What was it? Hercule Poirot, The First Cases. That's probably what I'll do next weekend. 256-page novel. Yeah, that's probably reasonable for the sort of length it would take to read it, right? I wonder how long an audio version of it is. Yeah, the audiobook version that's on Audible is exactly 6 hours. So the game turning out to be a similar length is fairly accurate, I guess. I'm just going to wait for the credits to finish rolling, and then I'll have a quick check on those bonuses. Did I know about the free SSR? Honestly, I hadn't looked immensely into it. I feel like there is... Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if it was in the news, but yeah, I can only see the paid one, I think. Yeah, I can only see that paid one. Do, do, do. Yeah, I'm a little torn between pulling on the anniversary banner or just continuing to save on the basis that out of the bunch of events that we haven't had in English yet, that there's quite a few Savannah Claw SSRs to pick up. So I don't know. Yeah, I did notice that it has birthday cards in it, the anniversary one, which does make it more tempting. Because yeah, I actually had a look at the thing. It's Portfest and the Sum event that has a Leona, I believe. Yeah, it really depends on how soon those events are going to come, to be honest. Has these credits just completely rolled around? Because that voice recording and stuff I definitely saw before. I don't think these credits actually had an end. We did not act enough like Poirot to fill out the ego points, huh? What's in the bonuses? Timeline, the reconstructions, the trophies. Look at all these mustaches. So many glorious mustaches. Looks like I missed one there. Some here. More mustaches. We missed one mustache. I guess I should have called the thing itself. What was that Thor's hammer one? Will I go back on my own to complete it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I might. It doesn't take that long, does it? Alright. Well, given that, thank you very much for coming. We solved the murder. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter, which is linked below. Streaming schedule is put up both here on YouTube in the community tab and over on Twitter, although this was the last scheduled stream of the week, so there'll be a new schedule up later tonight. I think the next stream will be tomorrow, Monday, 7 PM, and I think that's going to be Pokemon Violet, to go looking for some suspicious looking stakes. And, you know, also so that I can introduce to the stream all of the new Pokemon I got. Because it feels important to do that before I start organising them into my boxes properly. Because I decided to organise a living Pokedex. I also have a whole bunch of hatched stuff that that I want to surprise trade as well. So there's that too. Anyway, hope to see you then or another time. Once again, thanks for coming, and this is Kalla signing out. See ya. Bye bye.